In this tutorial, we're going to talk about the relationship between products and the product backlogs, and then projects. And within that project, if it is an agile project, there might have a number of sprints, or it could be a non-agile project, and then the relationship between those projects and the sprints and releases. So a project in Rommana ALM can only exist because it is delivering features for a given product to go out to the customer in a specific release. For example, here, project one is implementing or working on feature one from the product backlog for product one, and then this project is going to deliver features to release one, and some features are going to go to release two, and so on. Um, uh, Feature number two in this backlog and for this product is going to be implemented in project number three. It might be going to sprint number one, and then of that project, then this project is going to send features to release 4 and release 5. The bottom line is that before we can create a project, we have to create a product. So in Rommana ALM, the very first step to before creating a project, you have to create a product or a system or a subsystem. It is really the piece of work that's supposed to have certain features, and those features possibly are in a backlog or not. I'm sure there is a wish list that is available for every product we have. So as a result, we take that list and we put those features or those items in the backlog to be implemented in certain projects. Keep in mind, those projects could be running at the same time. For a very, very large system, you might have multiple teams. Every team is running a project, and even in the very general case, some of those projects may be agile, some of them are not. But the bottom line is releases will take features from specific projects. And you could also, a release manager, in fact, in Rommana ALM, can plan certain items from the backlog to go in a specific release. And accordingly, once the product manager or the release manager go ahead and plan those releases, then they can simply assign those features to certain projects. This way, they can have multiple projects running at the same time, and each one of those projects is delivering certain features for certain releases. Now I'm going to show you how to create a product and the product backlog in Rommana ALM. In order to do that, I need to log into Rommana ALM as either a product owner or a project manager or a scrum master. Those are the roles that have the privilege of creating a product. When I go there, of course, I already have a number of products that have been created on this site. I have one big product I have here, which is Rommana ALM, and that's really because we used Rommana ALM to manage the projects of Rommana ALM by itself. So this is the Rommana ALM product, and these are all the projects that have been created for Rommana ALM. And of course, it has its own backlog down here. I have other systems. Each one of those systems has its own projects. If I look at this project here, this product here, it has its own project. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to just define a new product, and all what I have to do really is to create my product number 2. And I can provide description if I wanted to, but I will just save. Once I save, the product appears down here. Okay, so I'm going to close this now. Then I click on this. It tells me right now I don't have any projects created. I can create my first project, or in fact, I can connect it to a project in other tools like ADO or Jira or something like that if I already have a project in those tools and I want to use some of the Rommana details. But as you can see, I can also create the backlog for this product, and I can do other things like the FMEA matrix, which is the risk management. If this product has to do with some medical devices or some regulated industry and so on. Now, to create a project, I can just go here and create a project under this product. It puts the name of the person who logged in now as the project manager because I'm creating that project. I can put the project name, I can put project description, I can put the start and end dates. I can also specify the methodology I'm going to be using. If I ever to specify agile methodology, then it asks me to enter the sprints I'm going to have here. There's one sprint that's there by default, which is a TBD, but I can add more sprints and I can edit existing sprints. Now, each sprint has anticipated start date, anticipated end date. It has the actual start date and the actual end date. This is simply how to create a product and how we create projects within products. Okay, we will handle releases in a different tutorial.